horses. Get on, mate. What the bloody hell are you doing down there? We are going up for a camp up on Doe Tor. Me, George and Liam. Want to come with us? Fancy joining us? Come on and let's go. Well, mate, thank you very much for joining me. I had a feeling you was going to be here today. I really, really did. But it's nice that you're coming for a wild camp with me. We are going up to Doe Tor. On the last video that I'd done, I went out with Liam and we went to Arms Tor. And I said that it was probably the best camp that I've ever done. And we've decided to come back and we're going 2 tours. So that over there was Arms Tor. That's Breathtaking Tor. And we're going over here and we're going to Doe Tor tonight. It is the first wild camp of spring 2025, and we're in one of those periods where you've just put all your winter camping stuff away in storage, you've dug out all your summer stuff, so it's all about going a bit lighter. But the problem is, it's like today, it's highs of 21, but it's supposed to be getting down to like 0 degrees tonight with 30-mile-an-hour gusts. So it's being the happy medium. It's like getting into your summer gear for a wild camp, but at the same time having a tent and bedding and all that sort of stuff that will withstand the winds, will keep you warm. So tonight I'm taking out my Fjällräven Abisko Light 1, and yes, I know what you're saying, Mark, that is a 4 Seasons tent. But the only difference is to my Stiker weighs 4 kilograms and the Fjällräven Abisko Light 1 weighs 1.47 kilograms, something like that. So we're going to put that up. I'm also taking out my Cedar Summit quilt tonight. So we're quilting it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's either going to be freezing cold, red hot, or we're going to get blown away, which is nice. So apparently, oh, I forgot to say, ladies and gentlemen, Liam is here! Hey! Liam is here, and ladies and gentle fingers, George is here! The 3 amigos are off wild camping, and we deliberated for about a day and a half working out where we was going to camp. I said it'd be nice to go to Doe Tor, but we just ended up going all around the bushes, to Merryvale, to everywhere, and then we ended up going up to Doe Tor because apparently George said it's an amazing place to camp. There's loads and loads of stuff up here. There's a theme park, there's a water slide, there's everything up here. So if it all goes tits up, Ginger Bollocks is to blame.
This is the one place I said I didn't want to go, and Mark says, let's go there.
Yeah, you know why. Anything to annoy Ginger Bollocks. So you've been up here before, George, haven't you?
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
What was it like?
It was windy.
Windy. What's it like today?
Windy.
Windy. So, yeah. Is there any chance that one of us may get blown off tonight?
Yeah, if you're lucky.
So we're going to have a competition tonight to see who gets blown off the tour the quickest. I guarantee you any money, it'll be Liam, because Liam loves getting blown off. Anywhere he can get possibly blown off, Liam will get blown off. Isn't that right, darling?
It's not necessarily true.
Anyway, we're going to walk up to the tour. It's up that way somewhere. I haven't really got a clue where we're going. George knows, so I trust the man 100%.
Get off me. Get off me. Get off me.
Here we are at the top of Doe Tor. And we found a potential flat spot here. But we're just going to walk up to the top part of the tour just to see if there's anything up there. And the wind, I believe, is blowing this way, which is possibly easterly. I'm not sure, but I tell you what, it's hot as hell up here. It's about 21 degrees with that wind constantly at you. keeping you cool, but it's almost t-shirt weather, but it's not, if you know what I mean. So in the ideal world, here, where we are now, would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. But we are going to see if we can find somewhere that's a little bit more sheltered. Right, so I think we've found our pitch. The wind's blowing in that direction, so I'm aiming to like stay just this side on this tier here. That's where I'm looking to pitch. George is setting sail to a boat down there. I don't know what he's doing, but that's what he's doing. He's going just down there. And Liam's going just below him there. It is a little bit more sheltered down there, but I'm kind of thinking if I can get my tent in this little spot here, you'll be right. So I'm going to say cheery bye to you for a sec, and I'll come back to you when the tent's up. So here we are, tent's up. That is the Fjällräven Abisko Light 1. And it's the second time I've ever pitched this tent up. The first time was on, I can't remember what tour it was, some tour. I can't remember for the life of me which one it was. The first tour that I ever camped, King's Tour. Me, Stu, and Pat and Rory went out on King's Tour. But there we are. That's the Fjällräven. So what I'm getting at is that is a Four Seasons tent. That there is 1.47 kilograms compared to my Stiker, which is 4 kilograms. So this tent is ideal for coming out in spring. This time of year. The winds, we've got 30-mile-an-hour gusts coming up over the hill that way, and I can pitch the tent just there, and I know that I'm going to be pretty safe in this tent. So I've saved some weight there. Right, sleeping system. Just want to quickly show you my sleeping system. Obviously, this is my go-to Thermarest Neo Air X Lite 6.5, I think that is R-rated. That there, Pat said to me, he says, get one. I know they cost like 260 odd pound, but once you buy one of those, you will never buy another mat again. And it was the best bit of advice that I took from Pat, was that one. So there's that one. I've got the Flexi Tail pillow. It's my new Flexi Tail pillow. And another bit of kit. This is my risk for tonight. It is the Cedar Summit Ember EB 750 loft. Now I've decided today to go with the with a quilt rather than my Rab sleeping bag. And the whole point of this video, I think, on this episode is to say that, you know, we've had winter, we've packed all the winter stuff away, we're bringing our summer stuff out, but the problem is that we're in between two seasons. So it's still really, really windy. It can be really warm. It's like 21 degrees today, but it's going to get dropped down to 0 degrees tonight. So I don't really need my Rab sleeping bag, but a summer bag, is it going to be too light? I don't know. So what I've done is I've brought out this quilt with me tonight. I'm putting it on a decent mat. This one will drop me down to about 0 degrees. It's a down quilt. Again, I bought that one really, really cheap off Marketplace about last summer. I bought it from a through hiking. And my theory is that if I get cold in the night, I can put my softy trousers on, my army issue softy trousers, and my nice down jacket underneath the quilt, and I should be all right, fingers crossed. So, you know, in between seasons, it's just trying to cut your pack weight down. And I think I've done that quite considerably today. My pack weight today was weighing in at just under 6 kilograms, rather than about 17 it normally is in the winter. So, yeah, I'm going to get my bed set up, and then I'm going to sit down and have a nice crafty drink, I think. And then I'm going to take you down and show you where the boys are pitched and what setup they've got. All right? But here's my view. Not bad again, is it? I think you agree. There we are, mate. Tent all set up. As you can see, I've got my Cedar Summit quilt. Just left that to loft up. And like I said, it's not going to be the warmest of quilts, but with my army softy trousers and my down jacket and hat if needs be, I'm going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, pretty toasty with that, I think. Yeah, I think you'll find it's an absolute cracking night here. So, It's not the biggest of tents, the Fjällräven Abisko Lite, but that's not its intention. Its intention for me, the purpose of me buying it, was to be a mid-season tent. So you don't have to spend a lot of time in the tent because it's going to be a nice evening tonight. It's not going to get dark till 8, 9 o'clock. We'll be able to go out and sit out with the lads. So it's just going to be a case of hunkering down in the tent. And it's, like I say, not the biggest of tents, but it does the job for me. It'll be absolutely ideal. But I just want to share with you what I've brought with me this evening. So I've brought the old faithful pot noodle. I've got that for you. Hold on, let me just put you there. That's probably a bit easier, isn't it? Because the sun's not in your face. So I've brought a pot noodle with me tonight. I've been to Spa this evening and bought a pack of these honey roasted nuts. Only a little small bag tonight. Got to watch the calories. The old faithful Pringolis, sour cream and bunion flavour. In the morning, I've got a pan au chocolat for all you French lovers out there. And then in a second, I'm going to crack open this can of mango loco juiced monster. That one's my favourite. I need a drink, so I'm going to have that one in a minute. But whilst I was in Spa, I found 2 alcoholic beverages that I'd never ever seen before. And I didn't realise that it was as strong as what it is. It's a strawberry lemonade 4 Loco made with vodka. So it's basically strawberry lemonade made with vodka. It is 8.4%. And it was the can that caught my attention. So it's basically strawberry lemonade, 8.4%. That looks an absolute bad boy. And whilst I was there, I found another flavour. And it's a 4 Loco white made with vodka. Contains alcohol, I should hope so, 8.4%. So drink responsibly. I will be drinking very responsibly in a minute. But yeah, that's what I've got for you guys. Literally just going to have a Bombay bad boy later on. I'm just going to sit down here now and just have a little bit of slurp of this monster. But look at that for an absolute view. That is my view for the night. Isn't it stunning? Anyway, back over here to me. That's it. I'm going to have a monster juice. Mango Loco. Cheers, my booties. Oh, that is absolutely amazing. Pierre la de Resistance, Rodney. Should we get up and see what the boys are up to? Come on, let's go and see what the boys are up to. I'll take you down. I'll show you what they're up to. There they are, just down there. There's George's tent. There's Liam's tent. And George done a little bit of a silly thing this evening. He bought the Cloud Peak out, the Nature Hike Cloud Peak, and he forgot to bring the little cap that goes on the top. So fingers crossed it doesn't piss down with rain tonight. But it would actually be quite funny, wouldn't it, if it did? Anyway, I'm going to take you down there and show you where the boys are hiding out. I'm coming down, boys. So there is George's nature hike, all kitted out, minus the cap. What's he got here then? He's got some Harbour Cold IPA Arctic Sky. Nice. And he's got a pot noodle. Bombay bad boy. No, it's not. It's a sticky noodle rib. Nice. And there's his stove. What sort of stove is this, George? Soto Windmaster. That looks quite nice. It's like a fucking rocket going off when it goes off. Apparently like George in the bedroom, so I hear. And here we have Lee Ham, the man with the ham.
We look through the keyhole.
He's in the jackal again.
There you go.
Crazy jackal.
A few additions this time.
In the ideal world, what he should have done is, seeing as the wind's coming this way, he should have really pitched the tent into the wind. But that's what Liam does, and that's why I appreciate Liam. And
Getting it up.
yeah, ideal, mate. Was it all right?
It is alright, yeah. Nice
Fantastic.
Nice bit of room.
And there we are. There's me up the top there. I kind of feel like I'm the king of the castle, and these are the dirty little rascals. Anyway, I'm gonna have a few beers, have a little chat to the lads, and I'll be back in a bit. Oh mate, I tell you, it's absolutely stunning up here. The wind's kind of just dropped down a little bit now. It's about 6, 6:30, something like that. And the wind's kind of dropped. We've just been on top of the Tor there, and it's just absolutely stunning. Really, really is absolutely stunning. There was a guy on my post around there the other day that was talking to me, and he was just like, you know, why do you do this while camping? You know, I said, well, what do you mean why? He goes, well, Dartmoor just seems so barren and so bleak and so featureless. And I'm like, I couldn't argue with him, but I just don't understand what he means. I mean, if I pan you around a little bit, I mean, what is not pretty about that? I mean, is it just me? Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, is that just not beautiful? I don't know. I really don't know. But I've just tried this 4 Loco. The 4 Loco White. And it's 8.4% volume. And it's just, that was just basically like vodka and soda-y water, kind of lemonade sort of thing. And it's one of those alcopops that you trough down and you're like, oh, that's really nice. And then all of a sudden, bang, kicks you right in the bollocks. The vodka that's in it, 8.4%. But really quite enjoyed that. It's nice to have something a little bit more refreshing, I think, on a wild camp rather than an IPA or something like that. I think I'm nearly at the end of my IPA stage. I've never really been a huge fan of IPAs, and then I've sort of kind of like got into them a bit recently. But yeah, at the same time now I'm getting to the end of them. Do you know what I mean? I'm going into a bit of a cider phase, I think, and I'll go through phases with alcohol. It was like I went 5 years without drinking it. Then it's ales, and then it's ciders, then it's IPAs. But yeah, I can see me now the summer's coming on, getting into the cider a little bit more. But yeah, so guys, we're on Doe Tor. And coming up here, I thought it was going to be a bit of a washout, to be honest with you, because it was really, really blowy. And it took us about 20 minutes to find the right pitch. And I was a little bit concerned that by me being very minimalistic and bringing up not very much stuff with me, just literally my mat, my my Fjällräven tent, my one-man tent, and my quilt, I thought I was going to be a little bit chilly and it's going to be too windy tonight. But I kind of think that I've made the right decision tonight. And if I do get cold underneath the quilt, I just put my winter gear on, my softies and stuff like that. But so far so good. Really, really enjoying this camp tonight. I've had a beer. I've got one more to go. And I'm going to take a sunset later on and spend a bit of time with the lads, to be honest with you. Liam's brought up his CB band walkie-talkie thing again, and we're just seeing how far we can get it out. We're getting lots of European people coming through, and some Canada and America is coming through on AM. But no, it's just one of those nights. It's been a really, really, really enjoyable night, and I'm so pleased that we did spend a bit of time walking around Doe Tor and finding the perfect pitch, because I know when you come up in the winter sometimes you haven't got the luxury of walking around and finding the perfect pitch because it's tipping down the rain and it's blowing a hoolie, but sometimes it pays to come up on a tour and walk around and find the perfect pitch. And I think that we've done a good job here today finding this one. But anyway, I'm going to love you all and leave you all, have another drink, make some food in a bit, and just enjoy the beauty around and chatting to the lads. So yeah, see you in a bit. So guys, it's 7:32. It's beginning to get a little bit chilly up here now. I think I'm gonna get my coat on. sit down with my last drink and just enjoy the evening. I don't think there's any point in me doing a sunset this evening, because as you can see, there's the sun, and I'll give it a go, but there's not much cloud in the sky, so it's kind of a case of that it's just going to just look like time for tubby bye-byes. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be much of a sunset. So I'm going to go down with the lads and have my last beer. Now, well, it's not a beer. This is the strawberry lemonade. Bought it today in Spa. The last can was really nice. Thoroughly enjoyed it, but oh, that's a little bit weird, that one. That's the strawberry flavour. It's kind of like you drink it, it just tastes like non-alcohol, and then all of a sudden the last bit really kicks you, bang, right in the bollocks. But it's kind of doing the job, to be honest with you, because I feel a little bit tipsy. But yeah, I've not really got much to say on this camp, to be honest with you. So far, it's all going really, really good. It's not very much content. It's a bit shit, guys. I do apologise, but the weather is so amazing, and I've got my mates with me, and we're just having some fun. We're having fun, aren't we, George? We're having fun in the sun, and sometimes there's things that you don't need to record. So yeah, I'm going to go down, perhaps cook a pot noodle, enjoy the alcohol, put my coat on, and watch the sheep coming in. I see there's a few sheep coming up, but yeah, got to get up in the morning quite early, because I've got to be home for 10 o'clock to take my boy to football. So I'm fingers crossed, 7 o'clock over that direction there'll be an awesome sunrise, and I kind of think that could be the highlight of this camp, waking up 7 o'clock in the morning and seeing the sun coming up just there. Yeah, baby, yeah. Mate, what an absolute cracking night we've had tonight. It's about 10 o'clock now. The wind has started to pick up a little bit, and it was beginning to get a little bit chilly outside. As you can hear, it's beginning to get a bit flappy. So before it gets too cold, I've decided to get in the tent, and I've brought my little Game Boy thing. It's a console that's got like 1,500 games. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to come to bed, put my Game Boy on, play a few games, and just chillax. Close the doors, button the hatches, and just have a chilled one. Cool. Proper is flapping here, proper is flapping. So guys, unless anything happens during the night, I'm probably going to say Tony a twat, au revoir, bonjour, and all of that lot. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I've got into bed with my my down gear on, and I'm in my Sea to Summit quilt. Hopefully I'm going to be nice and toasty. It feels quite warm. I can feel the warmth from my mat coming through, so fingers crossed all will be good. So yeah, see you guys in the morning. Oh, good morning, mate. It is 10 past 6, and that was absolutely relentless. Constant 25, possibly 30 mile an hour winds all night, just continuous. I'm on top of the Tor, right on the very, very top, which is a little bit higher than the boys, so I'm getting the full brunt of it, but Liam is getting a good battering down there. But all night relentless like this, all night, if not at some stages worse than this. But do you know what? After all of those winds all night, there wasn't any point in this tent where I didn't feel safe. Yeah, it was flapping around and it was making a noise, but I felt like safe the whole time in this tent. Yeah, It's a very nice tent, this one, I must admit. I think this one is a keeper. It's one that I'm going to keep because for this time of year, when you come out between seasons and you don't know what the weather's going to be like, it's just nice to bring a lightweight tent up with you that you know is going to hold the elements. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just going to get back in my sleeping bag now for about half an hour, and then I'm going to get up and watch the sun come up, and then probably have a walk around the Tor, show you around the Tor, because I didn't really get a chance to do that yesterday because I was busy getting my tent set up and faffing about where we're going to camp. But I'm kind of pleased that I did deliberate where I put the tent last night, because like I said to you, it's easy to just come up on the Tor and just bash it anywhere. But if we had put it up where we was going to initially put it up, round the corner, I think that it would have been a lot harsher conditions last night than what we had. But all in all, I think I slept for about 4 or 5 hours sleep. Not bad, not too bad to be honest with you, but it was a blowy night. It really was a blowy night, and I kind of expected that, to be fair. But hey, I'm gonna just chillax for half an hour and then get up in a minute. Woo! Fucking hell! It's crazy because where Liam is, right next to George, his tent's blowing like a hoolie. George's just is not moving at all, and that's because he's got that freaking great rock right behind him. And if you walk around the rock, the difference this makes around here is ridiculous. This is where, when we first come up on the Tor, this is where I was contemplating camping first off, which is just round the corner of the rock. Now it's a little bit weird really, because it's easterly winds and the winds are blowing that way, but actually this part of the Tor, I was going to say isn't that bad, but it is. But that was a pitch that I was looking at. But like I say, the winds are blowing this way. And even though it's spring, it's properly like really like freezing, cutting wind, cutting right through you. But all in all, I know I didn't get a tremendous amount of sleep last night. All in all, I am quite pleased with the equipment that I took. Like I said to you, took the Abisko Lite. That is a keeper. The Fjällräven Abisko Lite 1 is a keeper for this time of year. And I also took my Cedar Summit embark quilt, and that kept me toasty all night. And it's amazing because it packs down into that little tiny pack sack, and when you take it out, it just there's any loft in it whatsoever. But it really did do the job last night. As you can see, it is blowing, whoa, an absolute hoolie. And at some points, it's difficult to stay on my feet. But what I do like about this Tor is that it's quite a big Tor. So we're on one Tory part, there on the other side, and then the Tor goes right the way down here, And in the distance there you can see Doe Tor. But if you go right the way down here, you've got it's like a big pole. I don't know if you can see it. And that is what, when it's firing, but when the military are up here practicing their firing and stuff like that, they put a red flag on top of that flagpole just to make people aware that there's it's a firing day. So you've got to be careful when you're up here not to pick up any metal objects, basically, because it could be live ammunition. But it's a shame really that it's not like the middle of summer, because where I am here now it would be an absolute amazing pitch. Look at this, loads and loads of flat ground for a pitch. But like I say, in the distance there you can see Doe Tor. And at some point they forecast the sunrise to be about 20 to 7, and I will try my hardest to record it for you. But I just wanted to come down here and show you the tour and just tell you what I thought about this tour, to be honest with you, because it's just a really, really nice place, this one. I really did enjoy being on this tour. We'll leave it at that. Oh, well, I've just found a little non-windy spot. I just remembered there was something that I wanted to say to you that I forgot to say yesterday. And firstly, let me just turn you a little bit. Firstly, thank you all to the people, the new subscribers to the channel. I think I've had about 40 new subscribers in the last week. My last camp that I done, the last one that I put up with my Striker, about 2 weeks ago, that's had, I think, about 1,200 views. And guys, I know this is not massive, I'm no Mr. Beast, but I am, hand on heart, really appreciative of the people that's commented on Facebook, Instagram, on YouTube, all of the people that have commented and left likes and subscribed. Guys, it really does mean a lot to me in my journey. My aim is to get to 500 subscribers by Christmas. I think it's probably a small target, but if I got to it, I'd be absolutely buzzing and over the moon. And then just to grow the channel, because I'm in a dead-end job at the moment, and I don't enjoy the job that I do. And I've been looking for years of ways of getting out, but the money pays quite good and for what I do. And I'm kind of like stuck in a rut, and I've been looking around for different jobs, and I kind of think it's just going to be like out of the frying pan into the fire. So my aim is, wouldn't it be absolutely amazing if I could buy myself a camper van and go around the country and do wild camps all around the country? Not necessarily wild camps, you know, just taking the missus and the kids out and going to different places and filming it and putting it on YouTube and showing the world that an old knacker like myself, a 47-year-old guy, can go out and do what the people like Mr. Beast are doing, and all those influencers, you know. And you know, there's no reason why I can't be making money from this. So guys, I thoroughly thank you so much for all your support in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. My aim is to just carry on being consistent, coming out each week and recording little videos for this. And if there's any challenges that you'd like me to do, if there's any camps that you'd like me to go and do in a tent that I've got, please get in contact with me in the comments and just tell me what you'd like to see more of on the channel. I am contemplating, I've been thinking really hard about doing a podcast that goes alongside this channel. I've already got a podcast called The Mark Jeffrey Show, where I interview various people of interest that interest me. But I was thinking about doing a wild camping video, Mark Jeffrey Presents, and you know, just talking about my experiences with wild camping and how it's helped me, and some reviews and product reviews and reviews of tours, and talking about Dartmoor, and who knows, later on going up to the Lake District and in Scotland and Wales and all those sort of places, and just, yeah, wouldn't it be, what's your views on that, guys? Should I do a podcast? Would you be interested? Again, get in the comments. My next video, I was going to bring my boy out, Zach. He's 14 now, and I did say, ages ago now, that when I get to 200 subscribers, I'm going to get Zach to come out with me. And I'm now up to 322 today, and he's still not come out. And he's been kind of nagging me, actually, saying, Dad, we're going to have to go out. Dad, we're going to have to go out. So I think possibly next week's half term, I think I'm possibly going to get him out one day next week and go for a wild camp, and then possibly do one after that where I kit him out with some old equipment that I've got, or buy him some new equipment, or do a budget camp review and buy a load of camping equipment, give it to him, come out on a wild camp, and show you what I've bought to get the boy up and going. But what I want to do first is bring him out next week and see if he enjoys it, and see, show the world what it's like to bring a teenager out wild camping, to see if they're going to miss their Xbox and whether they can cope with it out here, because my generation is different to the younger generation. So yeah, next week I think I'm probably going to bring Zach out. The week after, do a budget wild camping review, buy some equipment for him. And then, guys, it's just up to you. Just please get in the comments, tell me what you think about my plans, where you want the channel to go, and I just, again, hand on heart, just would love to just say thank you to every one of my new subscribers, my old subscribers, the people that's been there from the start, and it is much appreciated, so thank you very much. Nothing like your 5 a day, a nice pan of chocolate and a tub of sour cheese and onions, or bunions, for breakfast. I'm waiting for the sun to come up. I don't know where it's hiding this morning. It's late getting up. I wouldn't mind getting a drone. That's my next purchase, I think. From up here in the mornings, drone action. But this is just glorious. People just ask, people don't understand why we do it. How many people in the country do you know are up at 6 o'clock in the morning on top of a tor or a hill or a mountain watching the sun come up? Hundreds. We all do it for a reason. There is a reason for it. It just makes your mind, puts it in a good place. I can go back to work on Monday and feel that I've achieved something this weekend, and yeah, I feel good. I feel really, really good. Anyway, I'm eating breakfast and wait for the sunrise. Where the hell are you, son? Well guys, that's the best sunset I can do you, I'm afraid. It was an absolute mission trying to get that beauty out this morning. The plat that I done about 2 attempts. My tripod, it's blowing that much that the tripod was just keep on blowing over all the time. And it's one of those really slow suns this morning. It just doesn't seem to be going anywhere very quick. So look, that's the best I could do, guys. But I think what I'm going to show you now makes up for it all. Look at that. There we go, guys, another wild camp successfully accomplished. That was a right mission, that was, getting that tent down today. But as you can see, zero trace left. Let's get back to the car. Ski Sunday. This will be a fucking mission and a half. Oh. Cheers, you. Tamagotchi. Well, guys, walking back to the car now. I just wanted to say a huge thank you for watching this video once again. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. It probably wasn't, I probably didn't go into as much detail as what I'd have liked to on this video, to be honest with you, because I just was out with the lads and just enjoying the scenery. But basically what I was trying to get on this video is that it's mid-season, just the change of season. It's gone from winter to summer, and I just wanted to share with you how I've changed my pack size and adapting to go into a quilt rather than my RAV 1100 sleeping bag. And you know, just basically, prime example was last night. We've gone from a Four Seasons tent to like a normal tent, but at the same time, just be cautious that the winds are still there. It is still going to get cold, so just be careful when you go out when it's change of season. But guys, I just wanted to say a big thank you for watching this video, and I'm going to leave it there now, I think, because we're almost back to the car. But have a great week. Hopefully I'll see you next week with my boy Zach, and we can do this all over again. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Cheers and gone.